So it's Monday night, February 18th. Today was not a trading day for the exchanges. So I just wanted to run through what the daily and weekly on our 6 charts look like. And here's the S&P 500. And remember, on the weekly, we have now popped over the weekly, which is what we've been talking about. And the Ichimoku, or the Chiku rather, if we see the Chiku is just run into the Tenkan-sen, just under the 50, but I would look for it to come up to these candles for resistance, which would be around 28.45 if it were to happen this week, 28.80 if it happens next week. But on the daily, we've got free and clear. We still have resistance at the top of the cloud. So before we see those other levels, we have to break the top of the cloud. So there is a chance that this week may see going down. If we go up, look at the weekly. If we go down, keep your eye on the daily. But it's a decision place right here. On Apple, Apple continues, as we said, for the last 2 weeks, to just be channeling, doing absolutely nothing, and the Chiku span is doing nothing. And on the weekly, you know, it's going to come up to resistance here, so it's still a stock that I'm selling puts on and collecting premium, but I am out of probably 80% of my stock now, and just with short puts. T, boring. I'll tell you when it gets interesting. Caterpillar on the daily, let's look at that first. The daily is up, up, and away. The Chiku span has just broken over the cloud on Friday, so that's a good sign. So up, up, and away on the daily. Where is the next resistance? For that, we see the Chiku span is just on this cloud for this candle for resistance. There is a good chance that it bounces off this cloud, and we don't do very much with Caterpillar this week. But it's still a strong stock. I still like it. I'm just not adding any more. Intel, on the other hand, as I told you, I added some earlier in the week, and I added some more this week. So now I'm half a position. And on the daily, we see the cloud breaking, the candle breaking above the cloud. We see the Chiku bumping into this candle, halfway into this candle. So there's a good chance that it comes out of this candle above this cloud and above this candle and uses these candles for support. But let's go and look at the daily now. And the daily, of course, is free and clear. So really on Intel, it's the weekly chart that we're looking at. And it's been the one that's really been important to us all along. WDC, still a stock that I like, that on the weekly is recovering nicely, coming up on the 200-day moving average for the weekly, although I would prefer to see a 50-day moving average, but nonetheless. Let's go back to the daily, and we see the daily is inside the gap that we had so much trouble breaking into. The gap goes back to, remember, October. 1, 2, rejection. 3, 4, rejection. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 days. Finally, after 3 months, we've broken into the gap. The Chiku span is still in the cloud, so it's got room to move up. WDC is a stock that I am holding, but I'm no longer selling short calls on. I think that it's a good stock. So that's the look at our 6 stocks for this weekend.